Now, the United States has opened a new embassy in Zimbabwe's capital, Harare, to display the enduring friendship between the two nations. In a statement, the U.S. State Department says the building includes design elements reminiscent of Great Zimbabwe and locally sourced material such as brick and black granite that reflects our appreciation for Zimbabwe's culture and responsible use of natural resources. The embassy compound, built at a cost of about $300 million, is believed to be one of the U.S.'s largest embassies in Africa. Zimbabwean journalist Nigel Yamatumbu joins us now on the program to tell us more about this. Nigel, thanks for joining us. How are Zimbabweans reacting to the opening of this new U.S. embassy?
Zimbabweans have generally welcomed the new building, $300 million US dollars worth, that was unveiled today by the United States Embassy, United States of America Embassy, with hope that this will represent a new form of friendship between the two countries, particularly that would benefit the country materially, financially. Zimbabwe, which is currently sinking in debt, and which is currently crippled with a lot of challenges, will definitely benefit from any potential investment that may arise.
Well, the State Department says the U.S. opened the new embassy to display the enduring friendship between the two countries. But does this mean the U.S. will also lift all sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe during Robert Mugabe's rule?
In terms of sanctions, I do not foresee that as an indicator that the sanctions will then go as a result of this new building, because they were, for starters, only just promulgated, extended early in the year. In January, President Trump extended the sanctions further, and the terms have not yet been met, which are clear on the part of Zimbabwe. So yes, it may signify that the United States of America is here to stay, is in Zimbabwe to stay, but the sanctions may take a bit of a longer process for them to be revoked and for them to be removed. That's as far as sanctions are concerned.
Well, the U.S. ambassador to Zimbabwe calls for a national dialogue on political, social and economic reforms to build confidence in a new Zimbabwe. Do you see this happening anytime soon, Nigel?
There is a renewed commitment between the government and the West in general, which has seen all diplomats that have been accredited to Zimbabwe changing their stance to be somewhat hopeful that there could be genuine change. And one certainly hopes that the talk of reforms by President Mnangagwa's government is not just mere lip service, but would translate into genuine transformation for the democratization of the country, but even more importantly, for the sustenance of livelihoods for people in Zimbabwe.
Nigel Yamatumbu, a Zimbabwean journalist, thank you for speaking to us on that story. Now moving on, the World Health Organization says it expects the number of deaths from the Ebola virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo to pass the 1,000 mark today. WHO Deputy Director General Dr. Michael Ryan says all efforts to control the spread of the disease are being hampered by continuing violence in the region.
Healthcare workers tackling the Ebola outbreak in eastern DR Congo have resumed treating patients following a temporary halt in activities 2 weeks ago. The suspension was caused by an attack on a treatment center in Katwa and Butembo, in which a World Health Organization doctor was killed.
After such a security incident, the Ebola activities, especially contact tracing, vaccination, are suspended. So it leaves the disease time to spread in the community.
DR Congo recorded 27 new cases of Ebola on Sunday, the biggest number since the outbreak was declared in August last year. The Congolese health minister says insecurity has significantly reversed the gains they've made.
All the Ebola responders team must go out with an escort. Before they just have to check for security, but now the instruction is that they must go out with a security escort. At the government level, the Prime Minister will lead a multi-sectorial response committee.
The government and international organizations have stepped up their protection of healthcare workers and patients. However, the WHO's Regional Director for Africa believes the response should also try to promote dialogue with the community members to help tackle the disease.
We are going to see an increase in the security coverage of the operation, but very much sensitive to the fact that we don't want to, if you like, obstruct and confront the people first with the military. This is a public health response, and we need to keep emphasizing that.
An increase in security has been welcomed by healthcare workers in DR Congo, many of whom have threatened to go on strike if authorities do not do more to protect them.
Still to come on the program, our Africa Tech segment takes a look at the future of works. Please stay with us.